Hey everyone, happy Monday. Wow, what a whirlwind school year this has been. As y'all know, I'm a public school educator. I'm actually an elementary principal, and today doing the awards with the students, first and second graders, and seeing their faces and how excited they are to wrap up another year and get ready to go on to the next year just made me start thinking about goals and as kids, we just think the world is at our fingertips, right? I looked out into the audience today, and not one student believed anything but they could do whatever they want in life. And it's amazing. That's why I do the job I do um, in education. That's why got to education to begin with. It's just one of those amazing feelings because again, kids know no boundaries, and we forget that as adults. So I was thinking about goals, and I was thinking about yesterday. I went out running, and it was warm. It's Houston, and I try to get out and run at least 2 miles every day I can in the summer in Houston. It's hot, and I don't do real great with the heat, but I'm able to get a couple miles in, and I'm actually doing a 5K here in a few weeks. And I went out thinking, okay, today a front had gone through, we had some rain, and it got a little less humid. If you know anything about Houston, it doesn't really get much less humid in the summer, but it was a little bit less yesterday. And so I got out there and actually got 3 miles done, and it felt really, really good. And as I was running, I was thinking, I almost didn't go out and do the run. And I almost started to think, I could have just stayed inside and done some other kind of workout, and I would have missed out on the opportunity to be out there on the road and meet that challenge of getting the 3 miles done. It was a great 3 miles. My time wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst. And it was just, I felt accomplished afterwards. And so thinking about that and seeing the kids today, I just thought about when we set goals as adults, sometimes we let fear get in the way of those goals. I know that's something I do, and it's something that you have to learn how to overcome. How many people are out there that never get to do what they want in life because they're afraid? As I started on this journey of coaching and consulting and thinking that this could be possible as a full-time career, and if I haven't told you, I am planning to make it my full-time gig. I'm giving myself a year. So I've set a goal, and it's a big goal, and it's a scary goal. And at first I thought, no, I've been in public education for 26 years. I get a paycheck every other week, period. We've gone through things like hurricanes. So for example, Houston was hit hard by Hurricane Harvey. I mean, we were hit hard, and we missed a lot of school. We continued as administrators to work, but we didn't have children in the building for weeks. And our school board continued to pay us. We still got our insurance. We didn't have to worry about paying our bills or, are we going to eat? That kind of thing. That's one great thing about public education, is that it's so very consistent. Now, it's not easy, but that consistency is there. And so making a change, I was telling Fence Guy, who is my soon to be, I guess, other half, I was telling him he runs a business and he knows about the uncertainty of the business world, and not always knowing, that paycheck's going to be there. If you don't do the work, you're not going to get paid. And that's a big scary step for someone who's been in a position like mine for so many years. But then I started to think, well, if we're only doing what's comfortable, how do we ever grow? And I started to think, I've done what I think I can do in education at this point. And now it's time to think about the next step. And thinking about that next step, even though it's scary, it's very exciting and very intriguing, And just because something's scary, does that mean it's impossible? I don't think so. I think that when we set these goals that are super far out there, which maybe it is and maybe it isn't, I don't know, but having a plan is what's going to help keep us grounded. So yeah, I could say to you next week, I'm going to be the most popular person on YouTube. Well, without a plan, I could say that and say that all I want. And then I could walk out into my living room and I could turn on the TV and I could get on the couch and I could just hang out and just expect that to happen. Just put it out in the universe. It's going to happen. But that's not the way life works. Life works when you make those big, lofty, scary goals that you are excited about and that you want to work toward. And then you develop the plan and you set the milestones and you figure out when you're going to celebrate and how you'll know that you have accomplished your goal. And then if you don't, what's your backup plan? When do you learn to pivot? And those types of things. I think that's called being an adult, right? But it's also called being successful, because I think that's what successful people do. I think back from my transition from being a classroom teacher into school administration, I didn't know what I was doing. Somebody came to me literally one day and said, okay, so yeah, we're going to take you out of the classroom and we're going to make you an instructional specialist. I didn't know what that was. It was a new buzzword. And then, we're going to make you a campus administrator. And one day soon you'll be a principal. And by the way, we found you a program. You're going to go to the University of Houston. You're going to get your master's. And this is the way it's going to go. And I'm thinking, no, I'm a small town girl from North Iowa, very limited educational opportunities. And no, that wasn't what I thought my life was going to be. And so after that seed was planted and I started to think about it, I thought, maybe, what if I could do it? And then I would go back to that, no, that's impossible. This girl's not going to do that. And then I woke up one day and I was like, no, now the challenge is in front of me. And I'm going to step up and I'm going to see what happens. And I have to be honest, within 2 years, I was an assistant principal on a campus. I was an assistant principal for about 1.5 years, and I moved into the principalship, and it became natural. Was it hard work, and did I have a lot of learning to do? Absolutely. Was I terrified? Absolutely. I was afraid that I was going to make a decision that was not just going to mess up kids, but also parents and teachers, and then the whole district. And then I started to make this bigger than what it was, and had to learn how to just kind of scale back and breathe and work through it and learn. And so I think that that's, like I said, just part of that whole adult process, because if we always stay in the same spot, we're never going to go anywhere. Somebody told me once, you're not a tree, you can move. And I thought, what a good analogy. So anyway, so today I'm rambling again, but just thinking about goals and thinking about how important it is that we're not just staying still, that we're not just accepting what comes at us, because things will come, they will. And we can take it and just kind of go, that's the way life is. Or we can say, I'm going to conquer that goal and I'm going to do what I believe I was meant to do in life. And that's about being strong on the inside and the out. So until next time, I will see you and have a great week.